guys, and welcome back to my channel for another Stalker mods showcase episode. And yes, we are reaching the end of August, and there goes summer, right? Well, I can say that the summer that I experienced, it has been everything but summer, as temperatures have been quite low here in the United Kingdom. I think the highest was like 30 degrees or something like that, but it has been a very cool summer, which kind of surprised me, and I actually prefer the coolness to the melting heat, if you know what I mean. Because if it's cold, you can always put more clothes on, right? But if it's too hot, once you reach like the minimal clothing that you can wear, you can't take any more clothes, and you have to, sustain the heat, or support, not support. What's the word? Put up with the heat, and that's not nice. I don't have air conditioning. I have like a cooling tower, one in my bedroom and another one in the living room, and they're better than a fan, but they're still don't compare to air conditioning. Anyway, I hope you guys are having and had summer holidays and enjoyed summer. I really hope that all of you have actually enjoyed summer and had fun and stuff. So without that out of the way, let's start, shall we? So for our first mod, it's actually not one mod but actually three, as this is the Apocalipsis Trilogy, OGSR translation. This is the whole trilogy that has been ported to OGSR, and it has been translated, obviously. So these are mods for Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. They are a standalone. Thus far, you do not require the original game to play. And well, OGSR, which means 64 bits, which is awesome. So for the first mod we have Apocalipsis. So S.T.A.L.K.E.R returns from Pripyat with the military, which takes part of the end of the storyline at Call of Pripyat, and again finds himself on Cordon. New and old characters, new factions, new adventures of S.T.A.L.K.E.R in the exclusion zone. Multiple endings, hints only messages and dialogues. Then we have Search Dice Ira description. Well, I can't believe that I actually read that. We are playing the role of Slaven. He's a former soldier of the armed forces of Ukraine. He was a sniper from the Ukrainian Naval Infantry. Slaven is a badass and makes no compromises. He is occasionally very narrow-minded and short-tempered, but carries the heart in the right place. Sometimes in autumn 2012, the radio of the search group breaks down. The guys have only a few supplies left and are urgently waiting for a message from German if there are new jobs. Slaven decides to go look for the parts to fix the radio to the nuclear power plant. Since there are some army bases there and Slaven still has good relations with the military, he hopes that they can help him. There are certainly spare parts for the radio somewhere near the power plant. According to Murphy's laws, it's not as easy as it seems, of course. Already during his expedition through the power plant, strange things happen which arouse the interest of Slaven. And that's one of the mods that I'm currently doing a playthrough. Apocalipsis actually was the first one. Search.Die Iris is the second one, and then we have Duty Philosophy of War, which is the third one, which I'll be doing a playthrough after I finish, S.T.A.L.K.E.R or Search.Die Iris. So in Duty Philosophy of War, we will perform the role of German, which was the other guy that they were awaiting a message from. A rather inconspicuous member of the search group with very personal motivations. He is an honorable man who is always ready to help other people when they are in need, no matter if they are people from Freedom, Duty, Loner, or even bandits and monoliths. He is not so much interested in money, much more concerned with keeping the peace, keeping things in balance. Now he gets an assignment from a mysterious stranger. He has to find a guy named Richard Bloom and also 3 missing stalkers. The strange story about the disappearance of the stalkers make him curious, and he accepts the order. The mod focuses very much on the story, and there are often several solutions for ending a quest. There are also hints in the PDA and on the map for almost all orders, but the separate solutions are only known if you read the dialogues carefully. It's not mainly about getting money, buying, selling equipment, weapons, getting money again, etc. If you look around properly, you'll find everything you need for your odyssey through the zone, right at the beginning. Well, that's promising. So we have the features for all the mods. So all the mods have been ported to OGSR, which means 64-bit performance and enhanced visuals. We also have new content, weapons, suits, and obviously new textures, visuals, etc. Then we have the features on the translation. So on V11 we have the revised machine translation for the first mod, Apocalipsis, fixed missing item descriptions. Most likely find the can't open FS game LTX crash, check install instructions, the folders in the MIDI link were renamed to English. If you don't want to install a 5GB file again, just for renamed folders, rename to Apocalipsis X search and to base. Folder in translation files were renamed to English. Added a guide for the first mod taken from ModDB. V12 fix crashing with search dice. Well, that's nice because I'm actually doing a playthrough of that, and I kinda don't want that to happen. And on V1.3, which is the latest, fixed crashing with Duty Philosophy of War and fixed untranslated text in Duty Philosophy of War. So these are just the new features on the new translation. So for my personal experience, for what I played so far, I've enjoyed the gameplay and the storyline. In at least the 2 modes that I played, I can say it's interesting. You guys will have a surprise next week on Search Dice Array, if you know what I mean. But I kinda don't wanna spoil it, although I think I already spoiled it, because I say that I've enjoyed the gameplay and the story is interesting. Yeah, well, anyway, as always, download links for the mod and the translation will be, in the video description. Next we have Incubator, and this is a mod for Stalker Call of Pripyat. Yeah, I question that as the mod looks more like OGSR, like the SFZ project, than actually Stalker Call of Pripyat. That's why I'm kinda, is it really Stalker Call of Pripyat? Because when I was doing the footage capturing for this month's Stalker mod showcases, I noticed that in the previous mods that I was doing the showcase, when I finished doing the recording of the videos, it captured them as a Stalker Call of Pripyat game, the video recording or capturing software identified the game as Stalker Call of Pripyat, although it's OGSR. And this game, it's exactly the same thing. So I'm really in the doubt if this is really Stalker Call of Pripyat, or if it's another OGSR. Well, doesn't matter really. This mod is a standalone, so this is a new project from the creators of the famous mods Contract for a Good Life, Contract for a New Life, God is With Us, and others. The modification implements a completely new story, in the center of which is a former military man, and now a mercenary named Kramer, well known to many in the exclusion zone. The average duration of the plot quests with the use of cutscenes and author's voice, acting of characters, and abundance of mysticism, intrigue, and shoutouts are announced. The main events of the game will unfold at the location of Pripyat, and you cannot avoid visiting the dungeons. The mod is installed as an independent game and does not require the original, standalone. New story, new visuals. Actually, the voice acting is really good. It feels professional, although it's not professional, obviously, but it sounds really good. So for what I played, I enjoyed the gameplay. Yeah, the guns are very effective. Although the shotgun, I feel like the shotgun could use some more work. But that's my opinion. The storyline is also interesting, as this revolves around a new character and his adventures. Although this guy is a mercenary, and I'm like, mercenary. I'm a true stalker. Mercenaries. Well, the Slaven group, the Slaven is also mercenary, more or less. Anyway, as always, download links for the mod and the translation will be in the description. Next we have the mod Stalker Oblivion Lost 2010 for Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. It is not a standalone and it requires Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl version 1.0005. So this is an add-on to the original Shadow of Chernobyl storyline, which adds more quests and more content. Not to mention that it also changes the gameplay. So, as features, it has the Oblivion Lost 2.2, Arsenal Mod 2, Tristan's Arsenal Damage, Photorealistic Zone, Sharper Textures, Panoramic Mode, Vivid Sunsets Add-on, Asphalt V2, All Argus Add-ons, Oblivion Lost 10 Sound Pack, new main menu sound theme, new main menu package, new in-game tracks for guitar and harmonica, Stalker Weather Overall version 3.0, all SWO add-ons with the exception of environmental, Stalker Shaders Max updated to version 1.06 with update 1. Specific pre-tweaked user LTX presets, DOF plus motion blur, parallax occlusion mapping, SSAO, sunshafts, nature mod, spring edition, optimized XR 3DA, new splash screen from Shadow of Chernobyl build 1945, autosave 2.0, AMK breathing sounds script included, anti-rad auto injections, variational weapons, Oblivion Lost 2.2 rust protection, VI NPC invulnerable for Oblivion Lost 2.2. This is for the, what are they called? the main characters, the ones that shouldn't die. Atlas spawn menu, natural English language, closed captions, subtitle systems, revised looting system, revised vehicles. Yes, it has vehicles, and yes, there's also driving. As you know, you guys love driving, and especially me driving for some reason. Faction Wars for Oblivion Lost 2.2, rules of engagement, clothes do make the man, new textures for maps, objects, NPCs, and weapons, new meshes for TOS 34 and SPAS 12, new load screen and intro screens, new HUD and UI, dosimeter mod, new icons for inventory, repair kit, carry mod, nomascopes, BB mod redux, bulbs, Shadow Chernobyl mod, trigger happy, show reward mini mod, fixed issues with detector mod, fixed issues in some .xml files, fix missing .ogg comments in some audio files, other minor modifications. So, for what I played, this is one of the mods that literally started my it's not an obsession nor an addiction, but that made Stalker one of my favorite games to play. Was the Oblivion Lost experience. Especially, it was the Super Mod pack, which added a ton of crap to Oblivion Lost 2.2. More than 2010 version, this one here, I think. So it has the same style of gameplay, as the guns feel like guns, although the visuals, sadly, are look dated, so yeah. Well, there's that, but, it's still a good mod. Anyway, as always, download links will be in the description, not in the translation. God damn it. And finally we have Snowy's Restoration mod. This is a mod for Stalker Call of Pripyat, and it's not a standalone. So, this mod is aimed at returning to the Shadow of Chernobyl atmosphere and gameplay features, and to some extent other builds. So, as features the in-game interfaces from Call of Pripyat have been moved with the ability to enable various additional features, many features from assemblies or games in the series, such as minimap, zoom, or anomaly indicators, through the new options section, the PDA and action, and the icons on the map from the Shadow of Chernobyl have been transferred, and the encyclopedia from Stalker lore has also been introduced. The appearance of the PDA is based on the version from build 3120. The zone map is taken from 3844. The location maps are taken from 3813 or redesigned into a build style. The interface of the game menus is made in combination of the styles of previous games, mainly Shadow of Chernobyl, and assemblies, including the loading screens of locations, and if possible are taken from 3813 or concepts and adapt. Return post effects of anomalies from Shadow of Chernobyl and Clear Sky. All weapons have been replaced with Shadow of Chernobyl variants, and some samples from builds and Firestarter have been added. For weapon hoods, many bones curved after Shadow of Chernobyl have been restored. Restored the doublet for shotguns, all-wear system, pistol grip strike, and saw-off shotgun with unused animation from the original. Fixed bugs with stuck animations for the weapon class with the grenade launcher. Artifacts from Shadow of Chernobyl were transferred and implemented into the game. The armor from the Shadow of Chernobyl has been returned, and the armor from the Call of Pripyat has been adapted. Helmet functionality is disabled. Moved fin arms from Shadow of Chernobyl and assemblies. moved weapon and armor upgrades from Clear Sky, mutants from Clear Sky and Shadow of Chernobyl have been returned, and variations from builds have been added, including some mutants with build habits. The inventory and parts of the mutants have been restored. The pack of NPC visuals has been expanded. Visuals from Shadow of Chernobyl and various builds have been transferred, and many visuals from renders have been restored. Returned and expanded the voice acting of NPCs from all games in the series and builds. Collected musical compositions for guitar and harmonica from games and builds. The set of animation points have been expanded. Combat smart covers from Call of Pripyat have been returned. Non-combat smart covers of Call of Pripyat have been adapted for animation points. Restored the transformation of corpse into backpacks, as in Shadow of Chernobyl. Yeah, you know, when you can carry them around with all your loot. Restored the accumulation of the rank of the character and stalkers. Restored anomaly detectors from Shadow of Chernobyl. The dosimeter is no longer bound to the interface. Expanded intro, made in the style of an intro from builds, you know, from old builds. Moved ambient locations from 3813. Returned unused voiceovers for unique NPCs from RFP files. The dialogue with the S.T.A.L.K.E.R from this docs has been returned. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R visual is close to the version from the Shadow of Chernobyl videos. Blood marks restored. Partiality restored. The functionality of transport from the Shadow of Chernobyl. Restored stationary machine gun. Okay, that's interesting. The visual of the detector's Varrock is reduced to the version from the design documents. Return dynamic music from Shadow of Chernobyl. Restored hunger from this Clear Sky or Shadow of Chernobyl. I think it's Shadow of Chernobyl. Restored S.T.A.L.K.E.R from Shadow of Chernobyl. Moved anomalies from Call of Chernobyl with visuals and effects from Call of Chernobyl. Anomalies unique to the RFP are taken from 3813. Moved food and medicine from Shadow of Chernobyl and Clear Sky. Medicines from have been moved from build 3813. Howl added a hood as in the early footage of the RFP. Sliver renamed to Senya Sliver as in builds. Locations are closer to the options from the builds. The main shortcomings have been fixed. Transferred renderings from the game version 1601 and brought closer to the black look. Added support for the weather system from the Shadow of Chernobyl. Added the ability to enable texture contrast from build 3120. So, for what I've played, this is a closer experience to the original Shadow of Chernobyl, but it's not really my type of mod, so yeah. I know that there's people that enjoy these mods, so yeah, will be perfect for them, and I'm more than happy to announce that, you know, there's mods for everyone, not just one type of people. Anyway, and as always, the download links will be in the description. Well guys, and that's all for this month. As always, I would like to give a shout out for the Sea Consciousness group for their work with the translations, as if it weren't for them, there would be a lot of mods that we wouldn't be playing. Anyway, as always, the download links will be in the description. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, stay safe and stay well, and I'll see you guys next time.